aware of that great recording you did on C-Jam Blues, and the great arranger, Bill Finnegan, transcribed your whole solo, the whole right-hand solo, and orchestrated it for the Mel Lewis Orchestra. And it turned out to be a real tour de force for them, but your music is playable by instruments. And I think that shows a lot of mainstream playing and a lot of influences, a lot of listening. You consider yourself a band player or a solo player, or a little of both?
Well, I make my living now playing solo. It's easier to get gigs and get a little better taste, you know, like economically in it, but I haven't worked with very many big bands, although once in a while I sit in with and that's fun. But small bands are my favorite, I think, quartet, quintet. And I really love working with, I don't like the piano trio. I can't get that piano bass, but I love working with piano, bass, drums, and guitar, and a horn or two. That's my favorite. You know? Yeah.
Suppose I were producing a festival, and I said, Dave, you're my main event here, and I want you to put a group together, and money's no object. As long as it's hypothetical, whether they're living or not, who would be in your group, your dream group?
I could never. Boy, I don't know.
What about a trumpet player? Who would you use? Buck Clayton, maybe?
Yeah. He would be great, and I just never thought that's a tough one. I have to think about that for an hour. We don't have time for that.
Well, maybe Zoot Sims.
Oh yeah.
Zoot had a.
But Zoot would be beautiful. And nowadays, though, if you could put together a good group of, you know, I'd have Scott Hamilton and or Grace Sargent or Howard Alden, but Scott is definitely a mainstream player that really, he gets better all the time. He always, and there's some young trumpet players I can't think, and Dan Barrett on trombone. But of course, I'd like to have Carl Fontana on trombone.
All right,
too.
Everybody's favorite trombonist.
There's a lot of good guys.
Well, we heard a lot of different subtle left-hand styles there, but I'd like to hear you play a ballad now, if you don't mind.
Okay. Down that Dream, okay?
Great.
Kind of a clam toward the end
Yeah.
there.
Beautiful set of changes,
Could I-
though.